This is a video I made of all the pictures and videos that we've taken this spring. This first one is of Greg and I snowmobiling down in Alpine. We found this little mountain pass.
There must be a ridge up here with all these trails. I was like, somebody's come up here to see something.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, this is magnificent. Yeah, we got some snow about to blow over here. Look at that. On that hill.
This is the hot springs draining out into the river. The hot water meeting the cold water. Here's Steve getting ready to go. I think we were heading out. We just emptied it out. You can see all the water flushing behind it. This is a fresh snow we got back in the pasture. Here's some elk that Barton and I found up on Elk Ridge behind the cabin. This is Loop and Jen. First time Loop ever went fast on a horse. Did pretty good. See, we still had a little bit of snow. We started riding. This is down at the Kilpacker Sand Dunes. This is, like, I think early March. Went down here. Sand's pretty packed. It was a lot of fun. This is me again. You can see that the wet sand on the top is all really hard. It was really steep. And this is Hoser and Chowder, two of the three horses at the ranch. I've ridden them both. Here I'm riding Hoser, and that's Steve and Jen, the Wrangler. And here we are riding back on Willow Creek. This is right behind the ranch. This is where we went elk hunting too. And here they are. Right after we rode them, we brush them off, and they like to go out and roll around and get dirty all over again. Except Chowder, he doesn't like to. He's first one on the hay. And here's Dave, who's smiling for a picture. And this is Steve climbing. This is down at the Hoback Shield. Here's Luke climbing. This was actually just taken last Sunday. I didn't climb because I had a blister on my heel from Saturday's hike. But I got some pretty good footage of these guys. Here's Luke climbing the wall again. There was actually about 20, 30 people there. I'm surprised you can't see any of them in this picture. And this is the view from the climbing wall. You can see the road down below. You got to hike up there. This is some of the first flowers of the season that I found. And I went for an ATV ride back in Granite. This is where we snowmobile most of the time. This is where the hot springs are at. And obviously the road's pretty dry. A little bumpy yet, but it's not too bad. The waving is from my ATV. I had this mounted on the front of the bumper, and that's why it's a little wavy. But if we had a nice little window there, 3 or 4 days of really nice weather, and this was the third day. This is Granite Falls down by the hot spring. Not flowing too hard yet. Nice. And this is the little hot spring. That water coming out of there is 120 degrees. And it mixes with the river water down in the little pool. It's flooded out right now. In the fall, you can go down there and soak. Here's some mule deer I saw up in Cliff Creek. I was on my ATV at the time. I think there was a few more around there, but they were pretty comfortable with me sitting there. Here I am at the top of Cliff Creek on Monument Ridge, riding the ATV. Here's a pronghorn I saw back in Granite. There's the squirrel that lives above my house. And the dog on the left is Frankie, and the dog on the right's Lily. They're our little hiking buddies. You can see Frankie's actually carrying some water. There's a bird we found. I think it was a grouse. Flew up in this tree. I got a good picture. These are some mountain goats we saw back in the canyon, and here's more elk in the pasture. They've been coming down for about a month. Pretty solid. I haven't seen them in the past couple weeks, but everything's starting to grow in the mountains, so I doubt we'll see them anymore. But it was nice of them to. Every night we'd come out and they'd be up in that pasture back there. I think Loop spooked them here a little bit. And this is the view of the ranch right here. If you look down to the right where it says ranch, that's the ranch. And those are the mountains behind it. And that's Beaver Mountain right there.